Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be taking some of my favorite singles and designing 7-inch vinyl records for them. So this video is like a part 2 to a video I made a few months ago where I designed LPs, putting some of my favorite albums on vinyl that are currently not on vinyl. So I'm going to be doing the same thing in this video today, but for singles. So I'll be designing 7-inch singles, aka 45s, for songs that are currently not on vinyl. Let's get started because I have a lot to go through in this video. I think I designed 20 or 30 singles. So first we're going to be starting off with Zed. Zed has so many singles from the past couple of years that are not on any albums, like they're just singles, and I really wish he would release these on vinyl. So I'm gonna start with Stay. Stay is one of my favorite Zed songs and one of my favorite Zed singles. There were so many beautiful colors in the sunset on the single cover art, so I decided to go with a color that kind of matched that, and then the label, I wanted to make it like that grayish blue to match. Alternatively, I did swap the colors. I honestly couldn't choose which one I like better, so there is like a second option. So the vinyl would be like that grayish blue color to match the sky, and like this orange coral kind of color for the label. I honestly like both designs. Funny has a very similar single cover design. It looks kind of like a Polaroid, like that kind of design. I really like that. There's some blue and yellow in the cover art, so I wanted to use that for the vinyl, of course. So I did like a blue and yellow swirl kind of mixture. I think it looks pretty cool. And then one of Zed's more recent singles is Make You Say. I really love that song. There were so many fun colors in the artwork itself. I really didn't know what to go with. I just decided to go with like this light blue that you see it at the bottom of the single art, and then I went for red for the label too, but there were so many fun colors in this, a lot to work with. Bridging the gap now between Zed and moving into Martin Garrix, I obviously had to include their collab. The song is called Follow, and it's one of my favorite Martin Garrix and Zed songs. I love Follow so much. The song is a banger, and I went with a red, almost like a reddish orange, translucent colored vinyl. I think that would be so sick. It just has to be red to match the cover art for sure. And then I have a ton for Martin Garrix because barely any of his music is on vinyl. Summer Days, it's one of my favorite Martin Garrix songs. There were very strong colors in this, the red and the teal, so of course I knew this had to be a red vinyl, like obviously to match the palm trees and the word days. That's perfect. And then I made the label teal, so again, like keeping the same color theme. Another one of my favorite Martin Garrix songs is Pressure. This would be so cool as a 7-inch single. I think it would be so cool if the vinyl was like a dark red color with maybe some black swirl in there a little bit. So that's what I found for this. The label is a bit more of an orange tone, but I think it looks so sick, and I love like the darker vibes. And then also the Cocoon remix with Space Dogs. That song is a banger, and the cover is very like gray and black and white, so I went with the same kind of theme for the vinyl, just doing like a black, gray, white kind of swirly, smoky texture. I think that would be pretty cool for this song. Somehow I forgot to hit record when filming this next section, so I'm just coming in here to do a voiceover. Bite is another one that is very black and white, only 2 colors here, but I wanted to do something a bit more fun and exciting. So I thought splatter would be really, really cool for this. I don't know, just the cover art makes me think of splatter for some reason, so I thought that would fit really well. So I used a clear vinyl with some black and white splatter. The glitch cover is very fitting for the title. I think it's kind of complicated and it does look like a glitch. So there were a lot of colors and stuff to work with. I went with a coral colored vinyl to match the pinkish, reddish, orangish, coral tones that you see in the cover. I think the coral matches pretty well and it gives it a little bit of like a pop of nice color. Then I went with like this really light bluish gray color for the label. I really love the song So Far Away, so of course I would love to have it on vinyl. There were some really cool colors in this, different kinds of blue and teal, and then like a reddish purple kind of maroon looking color. In the cover art it looks kind of smoky too, so that's interesting. So I went with a blue vinyl that's got some hints of like different shades of blue in there, and then I went with a red label as well to match the cover art. And of course I had to do In the Name of Love. It's one of my favorite Martin Garrix songs, and I'm pretty sure it's the first song I ever heard from Martin Garrix, which made me a fan. I think the cover art is beautiful. I love the shades of blue that are mixed together. So for the vinyl I went with blue, and there are some different shades greens kind of mixed in there as well. A little bit of a marble swirl kind of. It's very simple and subtle. Now Martin Garrix also has an alias called Area 21. It's a different type of project that he does with Major, and their first 6 songs were all singles and they spanned over the course of a couple of years. They have their album on vinyl but not the singles, which I think is so sad. So for this I have the same vinyl design for all of them. It could vary a little bit, but I went with a black and white kind of marbly swirl. I guess it's more of a swirl, but it had to be black and white, I think, to match the single covers because the single covers are black and white, and I just picked my favorite Area 21 songs for this design. So I picked Spaceships, Happy, and Glad You Came. I think the vinyl colors would be the same for all of these, but again, I just wanted to keep that black and white theme throughout. These are some of my favorite Area 21 songs. They're so unique, so different. I love them. I really wish they were on vinyl. I've got one Tiesto song. It's called Both, and it was a collab with Bia and 21 Savage. I think the song is pretty underrated. I feel like it's such a banger. The song has gold in it in the cover art design, in the title Both. I think a gold vinyl would be perfect. So this gold definitely matches the vibe of the song and everything. I have a lot of ideas for the Chainsmokers. They have like a million singles and a lot of them are not on vinyl, unfortunately. I have the song Jungle. This one actually kind of blew up within the EDM world. It's very, very popular. I made the label red to match the red lighting, and then I did green for the record to match the green of the jungle. Obviously, you know, jungle in nature is green, so I definitely wanted to make the record itself green, kind of like a darker green to match the cover, so I think this is pretty cool. Addicted, this song kind of blew up too a little bit, I think, and this one I went with orange, obviously, to match the cover art. I don't really know what is going on in the cover art, but there's definitely lots of orange to work with. And then Friday, I love the song so much. I think the cover art is pretty cool as well, like the winter, snow, cold kind of vibe. And I matched like the goggles on the person's face, which is like a light blue color, so that's what I did for the vinyl. I tried to match the shade of blue as well as I could. I think I did a pretty good job. The next singles are all from their album World War Joy. I really like that album. I think the singles on the album are very, very strong. Well, most of them. These are some of my favorite Chainsmokers songs. Let's start with Push My Luck. This one has a very dark vibe, as you can tell, but I wanted the record itself to kind of complement that in like an opposite kind of way. So I made the vinyl kind of light. I tried to match this bluish, greenish, yellow color that you see like from the city lights in the sky. It was kind of hard to find a record that matched it perfectly, but I went with like this light, I don't even know, like this light turquoise-ish kind of color for the vinyl. I think it's pretty cool. And then I made the label that dark navy purple or navy blue, and I did Call You Mine with BB Rexa. It's kind of like Push My Luck, that darker vibe, but there are some lighter moments in here from the street lights in the street lamps, so that's what I did for the vinyl. Again, I tried to match the color as best I could, kind of like an orange yellow kind of color, but I think making the vinyl the color of the lights that you see in the cover art was pretty cool, just a nice way to match it. Next up is Do You Mean. I really, really love that song, super underrated. The cover art is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of gloomy and moody, kind of darker vibes, I guess. It was kind of hard to find a vinyl to match the color perfectly, but I found this kind of like dark purple, pink, maroon kind of mixture in the vinyl, which I think is pretty cool. I think it matches like the top left corner of the cover art, that kind of color. Really unique looking colors here. I made the label match the colors of the clouds in the sky as best I could, so I think this one is pretty cool as well. And then next up, of course, I have Who Do You Love? I really like this song. It's a collab between the Chainsmokers and 5 Seconds of Summer. You see like this guy crying, and the colors are like very light blue, purple, indigo, and like a white silver, kind of like sparkles or like some kind of shimmer, more like a light blue color, which I think looks pretty cool. I'm just trying to match like that sparkly look in the tears that you see. This was a crazy collab I still can't believe happened, but David Guetta, Galantis, and 5 Seconds of Summer all collabed for this song Lighter. I think it's a really fun song, really, really good, and it was a missed opportunity to not have it on vinyl. I don't understand, like this would have been so cute because the colors, again, like my favorite colors, pink, purple, and blue, they're all in the cover art, a pink base and some like light blue and white splatter on it. Like those colors look so good together. Getting into some more 5 Seconds of Summer. This one is a collab they did with 1OK Rock. The song is called Take What You Want and it's such an underrated song. It's honestly a banger, probably the best 5 Seconds of Summer collab that they have. And the cover art of this I think is the 1OK Rock album cover. It's mostly yellow with like a little bit of red towards the end. So I wanted to play around with those colors and I did a red and yellow splatter. Plain yellow would have been too boring, so I wanted to spice it up a little bit. This one is the most heartbreaking that is not on vinyl. I really wish 2011 was a 7-inch single. I can't believe it's not because it's such a great song. The song is for the band's anniversary, so they could have done like an anniversary pressing, just something fun to release for the anniversary. They released a song, so why wasn't it on vinyl? I don't know, but the cover art is very fun. There's lots of confetti in the air, and so that's what I went with for the vinyl. I wanted to do like some kind of splatter to kind of represent confetti that you see in the cover art. So I did like a white or clear pressing with some red splatter just to make it look like the artwork, the confetti and everything. So I think this came out really fun. Now we just have a few random singles, a few of my random favorite songs. One of them is You. This one I did find a CD for, but I don't think it's on vinyl. So I think a pink pressing would be perfect for this, obviously, because pink is one of the main colors, and then a purple label to complement it. I think this song is such a fun banger. I love it. Then we have Stay, the collab between Justin Bieber and the Kid Laroi. I really love this song. I picked a blue vinyl, obviously, because blue was one of the main colors used. So it matches the cover art really well, and again, I just played around with some of the blues. And then I've got a song from Calvin Harris. This is one of my favorite Calvin Harris songs. It's one of his like pretty iconic singles. This Is What You Came For with Rihanna. The blues are really strong in this cover art, so of course I went with a dark blue. You could also call it like a royal blue. I think it looks great and I would love to have this song on vinyl. I'll do a count at the end, but yeah, that was a lot of 7-inch singles that I came up with. This was a super fun video to make. I really love graphic design. In the comments, let me know what you guys would do. Let me know if there are any songs or singles that you want to have on vinyl. Let me know how you would design them. If you want to check out the first video I did, part 1, where I made LPs, albums on vinyl, you can check that video out. I'll leave a link in the description and at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!